What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of My Ultimate Team. This is episode number 26, and as per usual on Saturday mornings, I tend to ask for a load of likes, and if we hit a set amount, we'll upload an episode of Career Mode later. But today, guys, I want to let you know straight away in this morning's video that there will be an episode of Career Mode up later on this evening, regardless of how many likes we get. But if you do want to help my channel out, then leaving a like always does help me out, and it's much appreciated. But there will be a Career Mode episode up later on this evening. For fans of this series, I apologise, I wasn't able to upload any episodes during the week. I've been very busy, and I'm also not sure whether there'll be a video tomorrow morning on this series as well. I'll try my best to get an episode of My Ultimate Team out tomorrow morning, but I'm not sure I'll be able to. I have been very, very busy, guys, so I do have to apologise for the lack of double uploads, and yeah, I've been very busy, and I've also been sorting out some important next-gen stuff. You'll see a special video about that very soon as well, probably sometime during midweek, maybe the week after. So yeah, that's why I've been very busy and struggling to do double uploads. But anyway, guys, today we start this episode off against this 4-4-2 Bundesliga side, and yeah, in today's episode it was not going to be my day, and of late you guys have seen me struggling on My Ultimate Team a lot, and I'm not entirely sure why, but this episode is just filled with frustration, and it started in the first game as well. Sadly, it was just one of those where I broke through quite a few times, but my finishing was subpar, and the goalkeeper always seems to be amazing regardless of what goalkeeper I face for the opposition. He always seems to be incredible. I mean, in the last episode, I think it was Handanovic, and in this episode it was Rene Adler. In the first game, he was making some fantastic saves. That one-on-one was the highlight. We did manage to get a goal back, in the 54th minute, Cavani with a free header, and that made it 2-1. But in the 59th minute, Draxler played the ball through to Aubameyang here, gets past Nkalu and smashes the ball past Sirigu. And I've got to say as well, Sirigu, guys, he's a really poor goalkeeper. When I first picked Sirigu up, he was amazing, but of late, he's been unbelievably bad. It's just a shame that the League One goalkeepers aren't too amazing. I've tried Mandanda, he was terrible. The goalkeeper we started off with, Jaudren, was absolutely shambolic. And Sirigu of late is just so bad. And I mean, you know, those 3 goals, I got to be honest, I felt he could probably have done at least better for at least 2 of them. But even so, we lost the first game by 3-1. And we came into the second game eventually after we gave Cavani a new contract as well. And as per usual, I've been reading your comments, and a few of you say, you know, can you move on and buy a new team, sell your League One side, and well, you'll see what happens at the end of the episode regardless. But I have been taking your comments on board. So as per usual, if you have any squads for me you'd like to see me build, feel free to make them on FUT Head and then link them in the comments. The comments are set up so you can link me some stuff. So if you do want to link me a squad you've made on FUT Head for me, just put it in the comments and I'll be sure to check it out on FUT Head. So if you have any ideas for squads, then definitely make me one on FUT Head and I'll check it out in time. But anyway, we came into this game, and again, it was another solid Bundesliga side. They're so popular this year, and they always seem to be so overpowered. And again, Neuer was playing really well, which is no real surprise, but Lewandowski scores here, and this is what I mean by Sirigu. I mean, okay, the shot is quite decent for Lewandowski, but it's still quite central, and I'm surprised Sirigu didn't get a hand on that. You know, I'm not always trying to blame the game, but again, this is another example here. Royce comes through and Sanya just gets completely out-muscled there, and Royce powers through and makes it 2-0, and it's kind of frustrating because that shouldn't be happening. It's my bad defending, obviously, it's my fault, but even so, it's kind of annoying. The first goal, Sirigu should have saved, in my opinion, and the second goal, I would have fancied Sanya to out-muscle Royce, but there you go, it's 2-0, and in the 50th minute here, you see Alisson Girini get on the ball. He plays a wonderful through ball towards the run of Edison Cavani, down the left-hand side, lovely double step over to get past Hummels, and it's a great strike by Cavani as well. So Cavani makes it 2-1, and we're back in the game here. Cavani got us back in the game in the first game, but sadly we did lose that game 3-1, so I was hoping we wouldn't have a similar result in this one. And in the 59th minute, once again, Neuer makes an incredible save from point-blank range to deny Cavani with his head. And sadly, the deflected shot got tipped over the bar as well. And again, sadly, it's a loss. It's 2 losses on the trot, 2-1 here. And I'm not going to deny the fact either. I deserved to lose this game. Neuer made a couple of really good saves, but the stats, I should say as well, weren't really reflective of the game. Most of his 15 shots came from way outside the area, and he also passed the ball around his defenders quite a bit as well. So I'd say those stats weren't really relative to how the game was actually played. But even so, I did deserve to lose that. I'm not going to deny it. But regardless of such, you know, after 2 defeats in a row, I know a lot of people don't like to hear the word momentum, and they think it's absolute rubbish, but it is true from a psychological point at least. momentum is the type of thing where you start to lose a few games on Ultimate Team and you really do fear that you're not going to win a game for many, many weeks. And it's certainly true in my case. After losing those 2 games, I thought I would get battered by this 4-3-3 Bundesliga side. And I knew it was going to be bad when Rogério Cini did this in the 5th minute, but I didn't expect it was going to be this bad. I lost by 9 goals to 1. 9-1. I lost 9-1. You actually serious? I lost 9-1. Yes, I did indeed lose 9-1. It was a terrible, terrible, terrible game. And I know what you guys are thinking.
You're fucking shit at FIFA, mate. LOL.
And you wouldn't be wrong for thinking that either. I mean, that was such a bad game. I've never played that badly on FIFA before in my life, and it was a really surreal feeling, you know. It genuinely felt as though it was like in Space Jam, you know, when the monsters take all the talent from the NBA players. It was like that. I just literally had no control of what I was doing with the controller. I just felt as though I forgot what the buttons do, you know. It's like if you give your controller to your dad and you let him have a go at FIFA. He doesn't know what he's doing, and it's hilarious seeing him just try and work out what button does what. And yeah, it was really bad. It was a really surreal feeling because, as I said, I've never played that badly before, and you know, I'm not gonna lie, like I am getting worse at FIFA. I'm not gonna lie that not gonna lie about that whatsoever. You know, I was talking to Eldeniro on Skype, and he was telling me it's all to do with the matchmaking. But to be honest, I know that my ability is getting worse and worse and worse over time. But even in this game, I don't know how I could be playing this badly. Jadson does some nice skill there, rolls through Bernard, 1-on-1. The first shot is saved. Then he's got an open goal, and he puts the ball wide from about 5 yards out. And it's like, I shouldn't be doing that. That should be going in with ease on the first attempt, let alone the second attempt. Nothing was working. And in the 90th minute here, Ronaldinho outmuscles Neymar down the left-hand side. Nice little Berber spin. Eventually gets past his man with the body feint. Ronaldo chops inside, and his finesse shot hits the post. So that was very unlucky from Ronaldinho. And the game did finish 0-0. So after that hammering I got in the last game, I was actually quite satisfied to get a point. Although, as you see by the stats, I should have won it really. And how I missed with Bernard, I've got no idea. But it still wasn't good enough for me. You know, I was going into this games and I just couldn't work out how I was playing so badly. And in this game as well, this is a very, very odd situation that happens here. Now, as you can see, my record is 55 wins, 11 draws and 16 losses. And from the division table, you can see there we have 5 points from 7 games, which is terrible. And we need 7 points to keep ourselves in the division. So 7 points from 3 games required, or else we will be getting relegated. Now, we can, of course, do that with 3 wins, or we can get 2 wins and a draw. Of course, lose any games, and we will be getting relegated. But we can still do it. And we came against this side here, but it was very, very unfortunate here. He had a very good 4-1-2-1-2 Barclays Premier League side. Lloris, Baines, informed Sacco, Akore, Richards, Fellaini, Schürrle, De Bruyne, Nani, Jovetic, and informed Lukaku up top. So a very good side, but it didn't matter to me because we never actually got into a game. As you can see me here going to the XMB. Sadly, nothing seemed to happen, and well, connection was lost. I don't know whether the guy quit. I didn't quit, but said connection was lost, and it happens. Sometimes it happens. We go back to the main menu, and we can see that although the record hasn't changed, 55, 11, 16, the division has changed. We've been relegated to Division 4. So despite not playing a game, despite the game not even registering, the impact registered and we got relegated. And I don't even know. I mean, that I'm not going to lie, okay, we needed 2 wins and a draw, and on current form, that was not going to happen. But, I've still got the ability to save myself off from getting relegated. You've seen that already a few episodes ago in this series, so I've clearly got enough in the ability to do so. But instead, despite no game getting played, I still ended up getting relegated, which was really, really frustrating, but I can't really do much about that. So we're relegated to Division 4, relegated for the first time during the series, and I came against this side, another 4-1-2-1-2 BPL side. And, it just was not going to be my day on FIFA when you see this happen. Eto's cross takes a wicked deflection off Sanya, and it goes straight to Digne, who chests the ball into his own net before clearing it off the line with clearing it over the line with a half volley. And that's just, it's just my luck. Some people just don't believe in luck or misfortune or anything like that, but how is that sort of thing happening? It's ridiculous, but it's very, very unfortunate to say the least, and we're 1-0 down early on for our first game back in Division 4, and we had a good chance there. I think it was Valbuena that came through, but his shot was well saved, and from the corner it's headed towards Marquinhos, and he hits the bar, and then eventually the guy manages to clear the ball away. So we just couldn't seem to get the ball into the back of the net, despite playing quite well in the early minutes. We were behind due to that unfortunate own goal. And in the 34th minute here, you see Alisson Girini get on the ball, plays a great through ball towards Jeremy Menez. Vertonghen lunges for no reason, gets nowhere near the ball or the man, and Menez smashes the ball back in the net. So I was thinking, right, here we go. Finally, we can actually pick up some momentum here and maybe get a first win from our first game in Division 4, because we actually had quite a decent first half. But sadly, in the 42nd minute, Eto'o gets on the ball. Marquinhos just runs away from him, goes through here, takes a shot, and Sirigu, man, he's got to save that. He does save it, obviously, but he's got to do better than that. That's such poor goalkeeping. He palms it straight at Willian. That's not even a strong shot by Eto'o. It's right at him. Really should be looking to catch that ball, but if he can't catch it, he's got to palm it further away than that. That was terrible. There's nothing you can do about that one. That's a great strike by Eto'o, and it's 3-1 to this guy. But even so, I wasn't even playing that bad in this game, and I was 3-1 down. And in the 90th minute here, the game was all but lost. Alisson Girini gets taken out. Ref didn't even play advantage. That's how bad the referee was in this game. There was a couple of incidents where I thought I could have had a couple of free kicks close to the box and possibly a red card for the guy, but I didn't bother showing it because I thought, you guys would be like, oh, stop complaining. But even so, regardless, Menez did get a goal in the 90th minute here, but sadly it was basically the last attack of the game. Well, it was the last attack of the game. You can see it there. And we lost 3-2, so that's 4 defeats in a row. 5 in a row if you want to count that last one, which I guess you could. But it was, the first half belonged to me, the second half belonged to him, and sadly he won by 3-2. So we just can't pick up anything at the moment. Of course, there wasn't a loss in there, was there? There was a draw in that sequence of results. But even so, we can't pick up a win, I should say. We're just playing absolutely terribly, and I decided after that to sell the team as well, because I sold the League One side, because as you guys said, I read a couple of comments saying that, sometimes after you've been playing with a team for so long, you kind of just get, sort of bored of the team. You can't find any new styles to use with them, so that's why you start to play badly. But I decided to just go ahead and sell the team. I quick sold Menez because he was injured and I couldn't be able to heal him and then sell him, so I just want to get the quick sell coins. And I don't imagine all of those players to sell, but we'll come back in the next episode and see how many of them did, and we won't get too many coins for them either, because it's actually quite a low rated side, but we'll hopefully get enough coins adding to the ones we've got already to build a good side. And as I said earlier on, if you guys have any suggestions for squads for me, feel free to leave them in the comments. Build them on FUT Head. FUT Head's a great site for building squads on Ultimate Team, and build them on FUT Head. Of course, there's other sites you can use as well, FUT Wiz if you will. I'm not sure if you can build squads on that, but even so, build me some squads. Let me know in the comments, and I'll check them out. But we decided to go into an online single match. Sorry, not a division match here. An online single match with our Brazilian skill team, and we did manage to get the first goal of the game in the 78th minute. It was really, really difficult. Ronaldinho's bicycle kick was the best sort of chance for skill in the first half, which is hit the post, very unlucky there. And in the 87th minute here, Bernard gets played through 1-on-1. He's got the legs to beat Fabio Contral. Nice little McGee spin, dinks the ball over the goalkeeper, and I tried to do one skill too many, ended up giving the ball away, and then Alex's cross was blocked, so I completely messed up what should have been a simple 1-on-1 there for me, trying to do some skill, messing up. But even so, in the 90th minute here, Ronaldinho gets on the ball, down the left-hand side, gives it to Richarlison, he gives it to Carlos Eduardo, nice little fake Rabona, and eventually work our way into the box. Nice body feint here, and a simple strike past the goalkeeper, but it was nice to score a skill goal after so many poor results after a terrible episode's worth of play. It was nice to score a skill goal and also end the episode off with a win. Finally, after all this time, we get a win. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching today's video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. Don't forget, there will be an episode of Career Mode up later on this evening. I am sorry I played so bad in this episode, but hopefully you enjoyed it regardless. Leave a like if you did enjoy the video, and I will see you for the next episode of Career Mode later on tonight.